I think if we can find it, just listen to a speech where a character talks to their soul, a candle, a sleeping woman, God, etc. Othello is not in a very good state when he comes in, and his soliloquy is all over the place. He talks, well, we should listen, because it's quite a guidance to saying there are no rules. You can't say... what doesn't work is if you do the whole of a soliloquy yourself. That's just everybody goes to sleep. They think, oh, he's to be or not to be, there's the question. He is thinking about the meaning of life, got the point. Oh, well, it's a famous speech. I can have a rest here. And so just come and have a go, feel your way with it, and we'll explore.
Anywhere?
Anywhere you like, yes. You don't have to go up on the synagogue stage, or you can if you want to. Up you go. Yeah.
It is the cause, my soul. Let me not name it to you, you chaste stars, it is the cause. Yet I'll not shed her blood, nor scar that whiter skin of hers than snow, and smooth as monumental alabaster, yet she must die. I guess part of doing Shakespeare is being, number one, fearless. You have to be fearless to do it. You have to have a kind of bravado that says, you know, I'll embarrass myself up here right now, so what? And if you're in great company and great camaraderie, you're actually encouraged to embarrass yourself, and it's cool.
Maybe just imagine that the basic thing in Shakespeare is that when you're alone on the stage, you know they're there and they are potential friends or something.
Yeah. When you stop what you're doing the way you've been taught, the way you've been doing it, the habits you've fallen into, and then along comes someone and says, you know, try it this way. It's always, it gives you a spark.
On a long, deep emotional speech like this, you've got to keep an audience contact. When you shared yourself, one went totally with you, and if you went away from us for too long, I sort of started to observe, because that is the nature of a soliloquy. It's not an interpretive point. It's something that one feels in an audience, and indeed feels in you.
It's the most simplest and uncomplicated of things. Include the damn audience, you know what I mean? Include your friends.
The next problem with a very weighty, long soliloquy is changing gear, find your gear changes. The rhythm of it matters as well as the feelings and the text. It seems at the end of the play that he's in some sort of catatonic state in which some people, stupid critics, say he is. I think the interesting thing about it is that his mind's all over the place. He wants to, he doesn't want to. And the different things that he's actually doing, is he justifying himself? Is he exploring it? Is he expressing feelings? The choices are so many.
But sometimes the gear changes, at least for me, to move from one to the other. He loves her 1 second and he hates her the next. And he's going to kill her and he's not going to kill her. And not that nice little time, well, I'll think about it, then let me indulge a little, and then...
But if you can embrace that contradiction, because he's absolutely determined, and yet he can't, he's living through a contradiction. But I do think the point that the Elizabethan actors probably thought quicker than we do is always helpful. I think that we find that we churn through a gear change, and clearly, as in the writing of Shakespeare, it is so full of changes, they must have embraced it in a way that we find harder. We study it, we work on it, books are read about it, but the text says, this change, that's changed, and the answer is don't rush it, but somehow it's not just that you feel deeply, but that your mind works quicker in Shakespeare.
We Americans sort of think visceral first. We think physical, we think emotional first, and we feel if we get that, then we can go back to the words.
Yeah.
Okay.
So knock it about as much as you like.
Okay. But John is right. If you really look at the words and you really see, oh, well, he's thinking this way now, and then, oh, now he's back here, now he's over here. You can't help but become physically different. It is the cause, my soul. Let me not name it to you, you chaste stars. It is the cause. Yet I'll not shed her blood, nor scar that whiter skin of hers than snow, and smooth as monumental alabaster. Yet she must die. Else she'll betray more men. Put out the light, and then put out the light. If I quench thee, thou flaming minister, I can again thy former light restore, should I repent me. But once put out thy light, thou cunning pattern of excelling nature, I know not where is that Promethean heat that can thy light relume. When I have plucked the rose, I cannot give it vital growth again. It needs must wither. I'll smell it on a tree. Oh, balmy breath. Dost almost persuade justice to break her sword. One more. One more. Be thus when thou art dead, and I will kill thee and love thee after. One more, and that's the last. So sweet was ne'er so fatal. I must weep, but they are cruel tears. This sorrow's heavenly, it strikes where it doth love. She wakes.
Well, something terrific happened there, I thought. What he absolutely caught then was the thing we were talking about earlier, about the play doesn't stop for a soliloquy. The trap about being alone talking with the audience is if the play stops for someone to talk about it, however deep their feelings. That was true when we talked about Hamlet. If one actually sees someone wrestling with it, it becomes dynamic, active, much more painful than if one gets locked into one's own feelings. Mm-hmm. I thought that was terrific, really. I'm really terribly grateful to you. Very good. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
To do it right and to really live Shakespeare, you have to leave an ounce of your internal essence on the stage floor every night. You know, if you haven't done that, then you haven't done the play or you haven't done the part. And doing Shakespeare can age you. You know, it can drive you to drink and whatever else. But that